All right, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be working on 1964 90% silver Kennedy half dollar. That's this coin right here. And I'm going to be making this into a size 13 and a half ring, and they want the head side facing out. So once we get just a few more people in here, we'll get started, but this is the coin we're going to be working on today. Go ahead and get things a little set up here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you guys have never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. You can take a screenshot of this real quick to save my website if you like. If at any time during this live you want to check out some of my work, there is a gold chain at the bottom of the screen you can tap on, or you can visit my website, which is linked on my TikTok profile. Alright, so what we're going to do today is make this 90% silver 1964 Kennedy half dollar into a size 13 and a half ring. First thing we got to do is punch a hole in it. So that's what we're going to do. Get ourselves a little doming block here. Not a doming block, that's a stamping block. And we'll put our center punch tool on here. We're going to tighten this down, and this is really cool. It's cone shaped, so as I tighten this down, it's going to auto center our coin in here. That saves a lot of headaches with coin ring making. Getting that first hole perfectly centered is really important. This is a great tool to get that done. It's made by Jason's Works. Alright, so we're just going to hammer this through here with our plastic mallet. If you guys wouldn't mind tapping the screen a couple times, we got 0 likes on this live. If you're enjoying it so far, send some likes my way. And you can hit the follow button too. You don't have to be scared. It's not that big of a commitment. If you don't like my stuff after a while, you can unfollow me. That's fine. But hit the follow button for now, Give me a little boost of confidence. There is our coin so far. See how it's nice and centered in there? I'm going to knock this off of this punch here with our hammer. Perfect. Again, y'all can shop through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen or the website linked on my profile. I do sell coin rings, lots of different kinds. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. So the next step here is to clean up the inside of the coin where we just punched a hole through. You can see it's kind of rough. It's a little sharp. We're going to take something called a Deburring tool. It's this nice sharp curved blade on a swivel. And we're just going to clean up the inside of that right there. With my silver scrap right now, I mostly just keep it in little Tupperwares, but these are about full. I've got 90% silver in this one, and this one is fine silver, but eventually I'd like to melt these down into something cool. It is not illegal. If you'd like to learn about it, I do have a blog post on my website, coinringmaker.com. Take you about 3 minutes to read, but the short version of it is it's very similar to penny smashing machines. You might find it like Six Flags or SeaWorld. Alright, so we're going to clean this up real quick. This is kind of the slow, boring part, so if you guys wouldn't mind tapping the screen while we get through it. And if anybody else has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We got some good questions. Thank you for asking. Right on. Oh, when I first started, I thought it was illegal. But I contacted a lawyer just to make sure, because I wanted to make a full-fledged business out of it, and as long as you aren't fraudulently altering the coins, you aren't breaking the law. So you can totally make jewelry out of it. Right. If you fraudulently alter it, so if you take like a penny, make it look like a dime and try and spend it, that kind of thing, or counterfeiting, that's illegal too. But I don't do any of that. No fraud or counterfeiting, just making jewelry. And I really enjoy it. I have a good time making these rings. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out and watching. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, go ahead and give it a tap. And check out that gold chain while you're at it. Most of my content on here is me making orders, so if you want to order something, see your ring made on alive, go for it. Thank you guys for the follows. Got 2,500 likes on this live. That's awesome. We haven't even annealed yet. No, I check all my coins beforehand. It's a nice coin, but it's not extremely valuable. I have found some rare or valuable coins. Shoot. I will be right back. I have to go track down my torch. So, while y'all wait for me to find that, go visit my website, coinringmaker.com, tap that gold chain down here, and check out my stuff. I'll be right back. All right, I found it. Here we go. Here's our torch. Set this up here. No, I've actually found a really cool double die error on the, what's it called? It's got like a piano on it. Oh, man. I can't think of it now. Give me a second. So what I'm doing here is I'm annealing the coin. It's going to help soften the metal, make it easier to bend and shape. It also makes it less brittle. Yeah, I'll show you. You won't believe it. Let me pull it out. I don't even care that I'm interrupting, because it's a cool error. So let me fish it out. Yeah, all right, so check this out. If we get real close here, you see, I know I'm a little shaky, but can you guys see the doubling on that? I'll try and find a way to get this clear, because that's a really cool error. And I found this out in circulation. I think it's just super dope. But under the first E and L, man, this light hates when I zoom in. Here we go. You'll see that? There's like an extra arm on the E and L. The piano keys are also doubled. It's hard to get that in without it. I really want this to be clear for you guys because it's really cool. Yeah, I can see that real nice. And I just found this out in circulation. And if it wasn't for all the coin collectors on TikTok, even the third L is doubled. You see it? Super cool. But yeah, that's definitely a winner right there. If you find one of these, hang on to it, put it in some kind of protection, because these sell pretty dang good. I've hung on to this one, so I think it's super cool. But yeah, I totally check for errors before I work on coins. So I'm not trying to lose a bundle. And especially when I share stuff on the internet like that. I found W's. Right, so we've got a pretty decent collection of West Point quarters that I've just found picking through coins. But yeah, not a huge collection, but I do find some stuff worth keeping. So, we're going to get back to this. What we're working on here is a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. We're making this into a ring today. If you'd like to get you one, quarters from the 60s. Everything up to 1964 is 90% silver. So 1965, 66, 67, 68, 69. Those are all copper clad. They're worth a quarter. But if you find something 64 like this or earlier and it's a quarter, those are worth like $5 to $7. Melt value. If it's in really, really good shape, like I got this one recently. Look at this. I got this one recently, and it is just in fantastic shape. And I don't even think I can make a coin ring out of this because it's so good. I'm considering having it graded. And I got this for, I think, $8. It was a really good deal. Usually I don't see silver quarters in this good of condition. I don't think it's cleaned or anything either. I think it's just in fantastic shape. So I'm going to hang on to this one. All right. So this is normally what silver quarters end up looking like. So these are like, $5 to $8. Unless there's something like wrong with it, you got a double die error, you got a weird error. And that just comes down to knowledge. So like the most valuable book y'all can get is this one right here. Get you this book. It's called the Red Book. If you ever have any questions about coins, it just kind of teaches you what's valuable, what's rare. No, I don't think it was polished. I don't think it is. Because I polish a lot of coins, and you can kind of tell there would be like directional scratching on it. It's just super, super pretty. Like even the feathers on this, for how old it is, these chest feathers here are really distinct. And that's usually the first thing to go. So I think this is just a really well preserved silver quarter. So I should probably put that one. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Sorry, I am going a little slow with this ring today. But I hope you guys are learning stuff. There's valuable lessons we're dropping here about silver coins. Need to update my Red Book? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't think the year matters too much. I don't think there's that big of a change in the last 3 years. Couldn't hurt. I could probably get a new one for myself for Christmas. But then that'd be the 2024. I'll probably just wait for the 2024 Red Book, right? 2023. I don't know. I'll get one sooner or later. This one works really good, though. I mean, this one, it helps me a bunch. Especially when picking through, like, wheat pennies and stuff that I'm not super knowledgeable about. It's really helpful at, like, finding well-known errors and valuing coins you're not so sure about. So what I'm doing is I'm making a 1964 90% silver Kennedy half dollar into a coin ring. Coin ring maker, that's just kind of what I do. but I'm talking a bit about coin collecting today as well, because as I've gotten deeper and deeper into this hobby, I've worked more and more with different coins, and I've actually learned quite a bit about them. That's what's up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I remember. Day trader, I remember. I love seeing old customers, or just any customers, hop in and say they like my work. That's awesome. If you guys wouldn't mind leaving a review on the website, that's really helpful. If anybody on here has bought anything from me and you liked it, go back to the website, to the page for the specific ring you got, and leave a review. That really, really helps me out a bunch. In this wild internet world, internet reviews are king. What do I do with the center cuts? There's a couple things I can make out of them. Keychains, necklaces. You can also get it just by itself. It's kind of an add-on when you order your ring. It's just under options. I think I might need to rename it something because it does seem to confuse people. I usually call them center punches, so I think I'll just change it to like center punch, and then what you can do with it underneath. But that's some website editing stuff I can do a little later on. If y'all haven't checked out the website yet, it's coinringmaker.com, just like that right there. It's linked on my TikTok profile. And you can also tap this gold chain down here to pull up some of my finished products as well. I do have, yeah, the piss sound. The quenching sound is nice. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't overheat your coins, so I kind of watch for the flame to turn a little dark orange. If you'd like a coin ring made, you can visit coinringmaker.com and see the different types of coins I have in inventory to make rings out of. If you would prefer to have a custom coin ring made, I do have a button on my profile here on TikTok that says get a quote. You can just tap on that and tell me about the coin you'd like me to work on. It's just a short questionnaire. It's really easy to fill out, and that's a great way to get some custom work done by me. And if anybody has any questions while I work on this, feel free to ask. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, hit the follow button. Ring's coming along very nicely. Absolutely. Cowboy hats are dope. Thank you very much. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, I can do dimes, pennies, quarters, and $50. Make them into cowboy hats, cowboy hat necklaces, keychains. They're pretty cool. I like them. Thank you for the star. Hardest coin to work with? My least favorite one is the Franklin $50. So that's this coin right here. And the reason it's so tricky is because the thickness of the coin varies so much from like where his fat head is and where it's not, as well as the bell on the other side, which causes it to warp and bend when you're folding it into kind of an oval shape instead of a circle. And it just takes a ton of correction. These take, I don't know, 2 to 3 times as long to make as a similar coin like this Kennedy $50 I'm working on. This one folds just much easier. It stays a lot more even. You can see the difference between how thick Kennedy's head is compared to Franklin's. He's just got this big fat head, and It's a pretty difficult coin to work on. So if you can make a ring out of one of those and make it look good, I'd have to say you're a professional coin ring maker. Because not everybody can do that. They're tricky. All right. Made true to image. Let me see if I missed anything here. How much for rings? You can see my prices on my website or by tapping the gold chain down here. Gold is actually rather easy to work with compared to like 90% silver. 90% silver is rather tough. So it's going to keep the details a lot longer than, say, like fine silver, which is a lot softer. But it is a little harder to work with. So if I was working on something like a Morgan dollar, this takes a lot of elbow grease to get it to move and shape the way you want it to. Gold is actually about as soft as copper, which is super easy to work with. Lady Liberty, probably I can do Walking Liberty $half. I can do American Eagles. I also have some fine silver imitation rounds that you might like. There's a lot of different stuff to choose from at coinringmaker.com. Just go click around on there and you'll probably find something you're looking for. Lots of options. Is that why they make spoons out of coin silver? Yeah. Yeah, you can find my store linked on my TikTok profile or through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen, or you can just visit coinringmaker.com, which is my username here on TikTok. And if you tap through the chain, you can still hear me talk, like this gold chain down here, and you can also check out my store. So you can like shop while in TikTok. So don't be scared about like missing something I'm doing or anything like that. Yeah, y'all test out that gold chain. There's like 200 people in here, 284. Yeah, tap the gold chain, click around a bit. If anything, you'll just earn me some internet website ad revenue, and that would be dope. But you might find something you like, and if you do, you can use the coupon code WELCOME. That'll save you 10% off your order. Go check it out. Hop over here to the ring stretcher. That's this blue thing over here, and we're going to start stretching our ring out. This one's going to be a size 13 and a half, so we're going to have to do a decent amount of stretching. Probably stretch it up to a 14 and a half. And fix the shape on it. I know somebody asked how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this for about 3.5 years. I'm pretty well practiced at it. I try and make a ring at least once a day. Now that is how you advertise. People want to know about your site. Good job. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I do enjoy doing this, but it's much better if I can make it for somebody. I much prefer making things for customers. If I didn't have any sales, I'd probably make rings anyways for fun. Yeah, I believe so. $13.5, right? Head side out. Kennedy $half. If y'all haven't hit the follow button yet, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you haven't checked out the gold chain at the bottom of the screen, do it. Allergic to fake jewelry, so 90% would probably break out my fingers into a rash. These are usually 150, and I do have fine silver rounds as well. How do you know your ring size? The best way to get your ring size is to go to a craft store. Michael's, sometimes Walmart has these, Hobby Lobby. Find a keychain ring sizer. Find one of these that fits comfortably, and note the size. Size 6, size 8, size 8.5, whatever. You can also visit a jewelry store and get size there. Used to be you could do that for free. I have heard recently that jewelry stores are charging people to be sized, so that's kind of iffy. But you can get these on Amazon. They're relatively cheap. I don't recommend trying to measure your ring size with like paper or string or something like that. It never seems to work out. So either one of these or visit a jewelry store and get size there. Yeah, you've got good timing. And they will be reposted on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to see a whole lot of coin ring making stuff, search Coin Ring Maker on YouTube, or just go tap the YouTube button on my TikTok profile and go subscribe real quick. There are literally 2,000 videos of me making coin rings on YouTube. I got a notification last week that it broke 2,000. So definitely plenty of content there. If you want to check it out, go subscribe. We got this bad boy up to like 14.25. I want to get it to 14.5. It's really close. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you for the likes. We're at 4,000 likes. Let's go. That's awesome. Now we're going to start working on reducing this down to our target size. That's 13.5. 1974 ring. Yes, but it's going to be copper clad. Anything after 64 up to like 92, it's really difficult to get silver or 90% silver for those. So that's going to be copper clad, which can turn your finger green. So for that, I do recommend coating it in clear fingernail polish. You can find those under coin rings, copper clad, quarters, and then pick your date. What would you make with my 53 Franklin $50? I could make a ring out of it. I don't know if you were here for the part when I said Franklin $50 are the hardest ones to work on. Somebody asked earlier, but I could make a ring out of it. If you'd like me to work on your coin specifically, I have a button on my TikTok profile that says get a quote. Just fill out that short questionnaire and I can get back to you. Now we got it at a 12.5. Got a little bit of alterations to do to it. If you look on the inside of the ring here, there's a bit of a lip. You can see it a little better from this way. So we're going to cut that away, make the ring a little more comfortable. Yep. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. So it's a sentimental coin. So you'd probably definitely want me to work on that one instead of what I have in stock. yeah, I could do that. Like I said, just go fill out that short questionnaire by tapping the get a quote button on my TikTok profile. And I'll get back to you. Feels pretty good. So we got that nice and smoothed out. Got a really nice shape to it. Good straight wall. What was that? 12 and a half. Let's see where we are now. Should be around a 13. Excuse me. 13. I've made a size 20 before. I think the biggest size I have on my website currently is 18. What size are you needing? I mean, I've definitely got some eye-catching rings I can make. That's for sure. You want an American Silver Eagle. That will definitely grab some attention. Or any of the 1 ounce rounds. They're mega rings. They're big bad boy rings. But even like a Kennedy $50, like this one, there's so much detail on it. It's really cool. Lots of good stuff to choose from. Y'all check it out, coinringmaker.com. Tap that gold chain. Go take a look around. So when you stretch a ring on the ring stretcher, it does recreate kind of a cone shape. So you don't want to stretch right to the desired ring size. You actually want to go a little bit over so you can reduce the reeded side and even it up. Can you see how it's a little wider at the bottom than on the cut side? Have I done any military ring designs? I've done a Desert Storm round. I still have one of those. But as far as like specific challenge coins, those are usually made of steel, so I haven't worked on them. But the Desert Storm round was fine silver, so I didn't have any problem working on that. So I guess that would count. And there we go, right at 13 and a half. It's my favorite part. Let's go clean it up. Woo! Do, 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 do. Well, I'll go ahead and give you a follow. Feel free to ask here in the live or if you want to message me. I also have a YouTube channel that has a lot of tutorials and a recommended tool list on my website, coinringmaker.com. Need to drink some water or something. Alright, so if you look at this ring, it's got a lot of fire scale on it. Looks kind of dull. What we're going to do is use a very fine steel wool to kind of knock that off. So this isn't rough enough that it's going to scratch the surface of the coin, but it is rough enough to remove that fire scale. How can I get answers? Just ask your question, man. I'm here. You're here. What do you want to know? What are you having trouble with? No problem. Yeah, I know coin ring making isn't the easiest thing to do. There's definitely a lot of pitfalls. So if there's something specific you're having trouble with, let me know, and I can probably get you headed in the right direction. See, we're getting that shine back. And for anyone who's joining in, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I'm currently working on a 1964 90% silver half-dollar coin ring. Yeah, this is 90% silver, 10% copper. And this was a coin that was in circulation. And now it is a beautiful ring. We're just making it shinier and shinier by the second. These are available on my website. They're $150. And you guys can get 10% off by using the coupon code WELCOME. That website is linked on my TikTok profile, or you can tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, hit it right now. And got 5,200 likes on this live so far. I think that's pretty sweet. Thank you all for tapping the screen and hanging out with me, watching me while I work. This is coming out very nicely. Now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of a polishing cloth here. And just shine it up even more. Nope, it's all made by hand. It even says on my stickers right here, see, it says coin rings handmade in the USA. I mean, I do use one thing that's plugged in, and it's a tumbler, but I don't think that really counts because the ring's already made by the time it goes in there. It's just to clean it up a bit. But you can see how shiny I can get it without the tumbler, just by hand. Very nice. Well, if anybody would like to see a coin ring get made for them on this live, you can go place an order right now. I'm all caught up, so I can get right into making the ring for you. And you can watch the whole process. If anybody's interested, but they have any questions, put them in the chat. Thank you very much. Had a silver dollar coin punched. It was first fold, second fold. Can't find a die that'll work. Hello from Sweden. So what I do for my first fold, I don't know if this will quite answer your question, but I use a doming block, and this allows me to get a much more uniform fold on the coin. So I'll put the punch coin in here, and then I use a 3/4 inch ball bearing, because the hole I punch is usually a 1/2 inch. So the ball bearing won't fall through the hole, and just fold it in here. That gets me a lot more even fold, and then I move to a die after that, usually 17 degree. And they come in like varying sizes, like 0.5 to 0.6 inches. So if you're working with like a silver dollar, it's gonna fit in that 0.5, 0.6 die pretty good. You might also need to go down to a 0.4, 0.3 as it continues to fold. I hope that answers your question. How can you get started? Where do you get the equipment? If you visit my website, coinringmaker.com, I'll let you screenshot it right here. There's a recommended tool list button right at the top. It has videos on how to use the tools, links on where to get them, some pictures of what they are. It's a pretty good resource. This one is a 1.5, 1.6 die. You can take a screenshot of that if you need to remember it. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. I feel like this was a really educational live. Shared a lot of good information. You got this, bud? You got this, Gary? Well, I like to be helpful. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel smart. I know so many things. What good is it if I can't share it with anybody? You know? Yeah, no problem. If there's anything else you're having problems with, let me know. I've actually got a Morgan dollar over here I started. I'm thinking about finishing out. Since we finished this one. Looks really nice. Beautiful. 13.5. That's going to fit on my thumb. That's a big ring. Yeah, jewelry making tools are not cheap. That's true. Well, guys, I really appreciate you joining me here today. If you've got some free time, please visit my website, check it out, take a screenshot, use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10%. Give me a follow if you haven't yet. If you just want to go watch some videos, go to my profile, watch some videos. Go subscribe to me on YouTube. Also, at the top of coinringmaker.com, there is a new button that will give you $15 credit for an app called Whatnot, which is just like a live auction app. You can buy coins and comic books and trading cards and all kinds of cool stuff on there. It's basically like a free $15. All you got to do is sign up for that app through the link on my profile. Take you about 3 minutes, and it really does help me out. So just, go there, sign up, get your $15 credit, and buy something. If all 84 of you did that, it would make paying rent this month a lot easier. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.